Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another scrapbooking process video. So I don't know if you want to call this a double challenge because they're kind of the same challenge for two different groups, but I am doing Moira's Crafters Unite challenge where we're supposed to pull in some other crafts such as paper weaving, stitching, quilting, something like that. And as soon as I had read that, I remembered that there was a paper weaving challenge for the Scraptacular Cropping Club from earlier in the year that I had not done, so I figured I'd go ahead and do the paper weaving. That way I could kind of kill two birds with one stone. So I have two American craft papers here. I have that lovely dark wood grain plank and then this green hand-drawn leaf pattern. So what you saw me do there is I just cut slits 1 inch apart through that entire wood grain, and then I cut 1 inch strips from that green paper, and I'm just going to alternate weaving for my entire background. So that takes me a minute. I tried to speed it up a lot so you guys wouldn't go crazy from boredom. It was weirdly soothing. It was kind of time consuming. It wasn't too bad, but it was really soothing to do actually. I love how this looks, and I love these colors with this photo. This is my sister the day she went into labor, not the day she had Bennett. This is the day before. She went to lunch with my mom, and my mom just happened to be like, let's get a picture, you know, just in case, and it just happened to be the last picture we got before she had Bennett, so I'm super happy about that. I love this photo of her. She's so pretty. And this page took me forever. It was sitting on my desk for at least 5 days. I kept coming up and staring at it, but it was another one of those where I knew the papers I wanted to use for the paper weaving. I did the paper weaving, and then I didn't know what to do. So it took me forever before I was like, she's outside, pull out your Peachy Evergreen. So I pulled out that cuts with a view paper pad, and then that helped me finish up the page, but it took me forever to decide what papers to use with this. So I'm just matting it in that nice corally pink striped paper, and then I'm going to mat it on this larger mat of that white paper with the deer on it. I think at first it's going to go in that upper right hand corner, but I end up shifting it down to the bottom right. I know I want her on that side of the page since she's facing into the page that way. And then between what you just saw and now, I went to Tuesday mornings, and holy moly guys, if you're seeing this semi-live, go to your Tuesday mornings, because I know they all stock different-ish things at different times, but they have like crepe paper Maggie Holmes extravaganza right now. It's insane. I got so much flourish, I got open book, I got bloom. There was so much Maggie Holmes and crepe paper stuff, it was insane, and it's all like over 50% off. Some of it was 70% off, so super good value. There's a lot of stuff that I really wanted to buy when it first came out, and I didn't get just because I am pretty frugal when it comes to buying supplies. But oh my goodness, Tuesday morning saves my butt a lot of times. I'm just trying to figure out what to layer. After I did those two mats behind the photo, I was stuck again. I did not know what to do. Stared at it for like 2 days after this point, and then I was like, you know what, you just have to do something. Just do something. So I went back to my comfort zone with layering some doilies and a tag. I really tried to use one of those gold stickers from the open book collection, but I don't think that one does not make it on there. I don't know if you saw, but I did have some, I think it's Amy Tan, but it is gold foil acetate, and I did layer that in a few areas behind the photo just to add a little spark of gold and a little bit of texture. And then I decided to just have a smaller piece of the doily peeking out by that tag and a larger piece on the lower left side, because after I got the bloom sticker sheet, I think it was, with the deer on it, I know I want to incorporate that gold deer. It looks black there, but it is gold foil. So I know I want to put that on the doily on the left side. Just trying to layer up a few little shelf layers underneath there for the deer to stand on. I don't know why I thought of deer. I know that there's deer in that die cuts with the view paper, but this little, it looks like a fawn. It looks like a baby deer, and I just thought it looked super cute, and it went with that Peachy Evergreen paper, so I wanted to get it on there, and it brought more gold in. I don't know what it is with this color combo. I've done another page. It was one of my horse pages a while ago. There's not a video for it, but I did this dark wood grain with a forest green type color with pops of gold, and I just love how that looks. It's so pretty. I think it's because it's super rich, but it's still like earthy. And then I wanted to incorporate that gold doily as well. That is from, I can never remember what those are from. I got those from Tuesday Mornings as well. They're Richard Garay Elegant Doilies. But it takes me a while to do this one. I just kept getting stuck. I'd figure one thing out and then I'd get stuck again. And I think it's because I love this picture of her so much. I love these papers, but I didn't have a lot of things that I thought coordinated very well, so I pretty much just had to make myself keep adding until it made sense. I think I just really want to do these photos justice, especially because this is for her. It's Bennett's baby album, so I really feel a little bit of extra pressure to make it extra special. So I just had to keep adding until I felt satisfied. But I pulled out those stickers. I got those from Tuesday Mornings as well. Those are called Joyous, and they are a gold foiled chipboard. And I just called it Today is the Day. Because this is the day she started going into labor. She was so ready to have Bennett by this point. It's actually funny. I don't know if you guys have heard of the whole eggplant parmesan thing. If you're, pretty much full term, it helps induce labor, I guess. I don't know if it's the cheese or the eggplant. But she did go to lunch with my mom to get that meal because she was ready to have Bennett. Which was funny because in that night she went into labor. So Bennett's an eggplant parm baby. But I'm just adding little bits of gold. I took some of the scraps. I guess it's not scraps yet, but I just took some of the straight edges from that open book gold sticker sheet to use as gold foiled layers. And then I had those die-cut heart flares. I've had those for forever, and I just thought the title needed a little something. I didn't want to layer up anything up there, but I thought it just needed something to frame it. So I like how those two white and gold flare look on either side of that. And then my layers just didn't look complete. It looked like it was floating a little bit, and I just wanted one larger piece that kind of went up both sides of that photo. So I cut another chunk of that pink paper that I matted the photo in, and that to my eye helped the whole thing become a little bit more grounded, and I like that it pulled in more of that pink as well. I think pink and green is a really pretty combo. And then I just wanted to cut another piece of that acetate to tuck in on that side as well. I'm just looking for more things to add. Right now I'm looking for something to go on the right side of that photo because it's bothering me the bottom of that shelf and then the bottom of the doily and the tag. There's a gap there and I just feel a compulsion to fill it with something. So that's why I went back with that gold strip, and then I did just want to layer some green up on the edge there. So I took my scallop border punch again and I just punched a border for that side. And I thought I was going to do my journaling along the bottom of the page, but that green area on that banner just looked too plain, so I decided I'd just do my journaling on that. It just says, last picture before labor, we all could not wait to meet you, and then the date. This was September 13th. His due date was September 15th, and he ended up being born on September 14th. So I really wanted him to be born on the 13th because I have a 13th birthday. I'm July 13th, so I wanted him to be born on the 13th, but he decided to wait a little bit. But I just wanted something else. I wanted to bring in a little bit more gold somewhere and stretch my layers across the page. So I pulled out my Mind's Eye, My Story. They're not the, I put it in the die cut pack, but it's actually their Project Life die cut cards. And I'm just punching out a bunch of those chevrons to have layered up into separate areas. And I think that helps finish the page. It just stretches those layers to the end of the page so it's just not hanging there. I think that was enough of a finishing touch to make me feel like, okay, I'm happy with this. It feels complete now to me. And it's pretty much done now. I am going to go down and tack down all of the paper weaved pieces just so they don't pop up or shift or anything. So I'm just going back with my double-sided tape for that. And I'll do the front and the back just to make sure nothing shifts. If this was my album, I probably would not have bothered. But again, this is for Bennett's baby album, so I want these pages to last and to stick together so nothing comes falling off in a few years. This was a fun technique to try, though. When I first read the challenge, I was like, ooh, I'm going to cross-stitch on a page, because I used to be a big cross-stitcher. But then in the list of ideas, she had mentioned paper weaving. I'm like, you know what? I've never paper weaved. I've cross-stitched before. But I might do another page with some cross-stitching. We'll see if I get it in before the deadline. But I like how this one turned out. I thought it was super sweet. Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye.